Oh, you're not gonna believe where we are right now. You're just simply not gonna believe it. Oh, would you looky here? What is up, peeps? Welcome back to more CS news. Yeah, we're back on the road. We're back at home in Iowa, actually. Roll clones, baby, for anyone out there who actually understands that. But most importantly, we're back here with more news for all of you guys. So as per usual, thank you all for subbing, for liking, and leaving those comments down below because we got a lot of big news. It clearly has not stopped over the last few days, and so you guys are gonna keep me busy on this little vacation, and I'm very happy about that. We're gonna hop into our first story though. Is teams, they keep on changing, they keep on doing things, and also people out there, they keep on trolling, and who better than JL himself? Because a couple days after we talked about this, the NAVI rumors out there, which may or may not be true, it's supposedly Emma and JL on the chopping block, and they might be out of this roster as NAVI are set to make changes. Alexi B has all but confirmed that in his sentiments post-major as he talked to Banks about their run, albeit they played Vitality a bit close. They've been wishy-washy for some time. So Emma, JL might be out the door, and what does JL do? He tweets a picture of himself in a FaZe jersey made by AI. I don't know why I have to throw that last part in there, but I feel like AI is a real hot topic, so that's why I said it. And the reason why I love this so much from JL is because you don't really know how he's trolling, because he is the kind of character, and I saw this in comments as well, and I totally agree with it. Like, even if he knew he was on the chopping block and possibly out of this roster, he would make this joke. Even if he knew he was safe and he was staying on the roster, he would make this joke, which is why he's one of my favorite players out there, because I have no idea what to think about the current iteration of this NAVI roster and whether or not JL is going anywhere. Now, obviously, to me, this is a troll. I don't think he's going to FaZe. We haven't seen those rumors out there, but it's kind of connected to our next story out there. But it's funny because I don't know what to take from this. Like, JL, rumored to be leaving NAVI or on the bench, and now he's just tweeting out jokes. I don't know what this means, but I feel like something's obviously going down. I don't think it's FaZe JL, but JL, is he going to be leaving NAVI? He leaves us with that open-ended question. And if you're looking for the best place to buy and sell your CS2 skins, consider checking out skin.place. Cash out instantly to PayPal, crypto, or bank transfers. With a super fluid process, select the skins you want to sell, receive a payout in about 20 minutes, and a 2% bonus using my code down below, CS News. And it's not just selling skins, you can also buy your skins on this platform too, and thanks to them for sponsoring this CS coverage. Again, that is skin.place. Use code CS News down below. Happy trading. Which leads directly in our next story out there, probably why you're clicking on today's video, that being S1mple. And I don't know if he was on vacation and enjoying himself and took to Twitter in a late night timeline. Maybe it was early in the morning. I just don't know that context for all of you, as he and his girlfriend, and he showed, it was actually a vlog clip as well, where I think all of the FaZe guys met his girlfriend. They're super cute together. It looks like the dude is having a fun time, having a good and a well-rested vacay after coming off this major run and whatever his future is going to be. But it was the follow-up tweets where I was like, this was a bit honest, and the word choice he used, I'm sure we're lacking context. We don't know what his situation like in NAVI is, but let's read the tweets and then let's dive into this. If you guys are going to leave a comment on this video, it better be about this story and what you think is going down with S1mple. As someone had asked, is she going to be the buff when you join FaZe? You know, the girlfriend buff, maybe the future wife buff, we don't know. Seems like not joining. Keep it in secret. That last part kind of confuses me, but it seems like he's not joining FaZe is what it seems like S1mple is saying. And the last one, the heavy hitter, as Harrison goes, we need you, bro. And S1mple says, sometimes it's hard to go out from jail, which is obviously not a good wording around this. And again, I don't know if the man's been enjoying his vacation or he just felt a moment of honesty out there. This does not look good. It doesn't look good for a situation with NAVI. It doesn't look good if you're a FaZe fan and you want FaZe S1mple. It seems like, to me, my interpretation is S1mple is stuck in contract jail. When I saw him use those words, that is exactly what I thought. Maybe that's not the case. And a lot of people out there looking at NAVI saying, no, let him go. I can't blame NAVI, right? He signed into this long-term contract. They have kept him under that contract ever since, whether he's been playing or not. And it is fully, them doing their job to try and demand as much money for S1mple as his contract supposedly comes to a close later this year. We think before the next major, but is it enough time for a team to wait till he's a free agent? This is brings in so many questions around S1mple of, is it worth buying S1mple right now? Clearly, there are a lot of teams out there who, one, can't afford him, or two don't really think it's going to be worth it because it's got to be so freaking expensive, especially if you are NAVI. You sign him for multiple years and you want to recoup a little bit of that payment. I don't know many teams out there who can afford that price that are actually looking for players. We've already talked about that. It's going to be a Falcons. It might be a FaZe. It might be a Liquid. But of those teams, are any of them looking anymore? We know Falcons aren't. And FaZe are still making their decisions, maybe. And I kind of tend to lean towards, I don't know if it's worth the amount of money, because we also don't know the amount of money that NAVI is asking for. But when s1mple goes out on social media and says it's kind of hard to get out of jail, it doesn't spell well for his future. And so will he go back and compete for NAVI? Will he sign with FaZe, or will he be stuck under contract until he's a free agent and then some team gives him a miracle run, like what, weeks before the next major? I just don't know. It is an extremely complicated situation. It reminds me back to the Cloud9 10s days. If you're a real one, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You know, Cloud9 signs the up-and-comer 10s, and then they, you know, he was kind of stuck in that little jail, and then eventually he gets out and eventually leaves CS altogether. Whoa, s1mple's gonna go play professional Halo. That would be crazy. Sorry, maybe I'm on the vacation bruise. You never really know. But what do you guys think is going down with s1mple, and will anyone sign him? This will not be the last time we talk about this. Yeah, you guys want to see this real quick? Look at this, look at it, look at this. Those are my legs. Over the, yeah, that's how we're recording today. And another huge one out there is Virtus.pro. This one kind of funny because we knew Virtus.pro was making changes. There were rumors out there, and Perfecto saying, hey, I'm open to all offers out there, and we'll soon be making a decision. And that decision has been made. As Virtus.pro, they bench Fl4mus, or I used to say Fl4mus. He's our baby shark boy, and he was signed to a 4-year deal, allegedly around $1 million. And well, way less than a year into this, he's now already benched on Virtus.pro. And so people confused and hopeful for his future, but not sure if he'll be leaving that bench situation anytime soon. Bye-bye all that cash to Virtus.pro in a major run that could have been very different, as they have now replaced Fl4mus with Perfecto, which I am happy about. Really good to see Perfecto back in the space and to wear this future roster, because I think this will be the finalized Virtus.pro roster where it can go. But people vary back and forth on the whole Fl4mus thing, and not having a good recent time, not having a good major for sure. Even he admitted that. But then some people out there are kind of going after Electronic for being kind of the aggressive leader who has some clips and moments out there where he's like berating his players. And to some people, that is a teaching style. That's a leadership style that works with some and maybe not with others. It was a common talking point with s1mple about the player he used to be versus the player he is now. And so people are like, yeah, of course Fl4mus failed under a leader like Electronic, who can be very brutal in his leadership styles. And so I'm like, I don't know until Fl4mus speaks more about this, but Fl4mus had nothing but good things to say. And also when realizing this Virtus.pro roster, dude, they still have Norber on their bench. Are we going to bring back flip side tactics? Because with their bench, we pretty much could. So Virtus.pro have now potentially finalized their roster, and I don't really know how to feel about this one. It was so weird the way they started their major, and that run just ended so abysmally, but clearly there were some issues if they have now decided to make these changes so fast. I know it's obviously proficient for teams to think about this, and maybe this is just me reaching, but a team who is making changes this fast, to me, is a team who had changes in mind going into the major. Maybe that's me reaching, but I wish nothing but the best of luck for Fl4mus, because whenever I think about him, I think about Baby Shark, and I think about a kid with probably a really good personality and hopefully can fit somewhere else. But now he has signed a 4-year contract, and with it, if no one's going to buy him out, people are curious what his future will be, or what can it be. And then one last story for all of you guys. Yes, Summit1G still got it, okay? A lot of people have been playing CS recently. We should appreciate this, especially a lot of Call of Duty players. It's been dope to see all of these streams. Summit1G continues to fulfill the prophecy that is the 1G. Here it is.
Outside of B with the MAC-10, they smoke here for CT cross. Oh, one E-box, one E-box. Don't do it to me.
Listen, no one knows that it's me though, okay? Or if they type 1G, then they'll know. No! Yo, I meant to double click that, not right click that.
But until next time, thank you all for watching. We're slowly approaching 80,000 subscribers. Thank you guys very much. If you guys care about that goal, you can just click the subscribe button. It's very easy to do, but the number keeps on climbing, and I keep on appreciating all of you guys for being here. I'm going to go back on some vacation, but I will be seeing you guys probably sometime very soon. We got interviews still coming out from the major. Feel free to go watch all those guys. We got Zywoo on the channel, Rops, Mezzy, Apex, Torzy's coming soon, Exertion's coming soon, Min Lee is out by the time you guys watch this, FaZe Temper. It's some fun stuff. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you back here next time. Take care, y'all. Okay, bye.